Got my e28 trunk seal about to go in. Ended up getting the Euro parts one. There was, I feel like a majority of people online said the genuine BMW ones split at the corners and the Euro ones don't seem to do that. But I also think genuine BMW is a good way to go. I think that the thing that determines the outcome of how well the seal works is a lot more in the installation than it is which seal you use. So one thing that I couldn't figure out online is where the adhesive should go in this channel, because looking at a piece of my old seal here, you can see that everywhere that the seal tore there was adhesive. There doesn't appear to be any adhesive on the sides, and when I took it out and cleaned the adhesive out of the seams, first of all, one of the best tools that I found to do that was a 3M eraser wheel in a drill. Cleans it out really well, saves you a lot of time. And then you can finish up the rest with some adhesive remover. But there's a big debate online about, does adhesive go just on the bottom of this channel? Does it go on the inside? Does it go on the wall? And I don't feel like I found a definitive answer even on my e28. You know, people said, yeah, it's supposed to go all the way around it to create this perfect seal so that water only runs over this channel and down the trunk. I'm pretty sure that my seal was original. It was pretty beat. Looked like somebody had tried to put some caulk behind it or some silicone, and the seams were split at the corners. And I did see a tiny bit of adhesive rolling up the wall, but it wasn't like it was all the way in the wall on either side. It was pretty much just on the bottom here. So I think from the factory, they're relying on the seal itself to push against this. And, you know, in all honesty, I think it's not a great design. I think the type of trunk seals that clip over this and have more of a beveled channel and then allow the water to just drain down the side like on a newer car are a lot better design. And I think even some European cars started to do that at one point, like maybe the E30 is that way. But anyways, my point being, I don't think that I'm gonna get it perfect, and I don't really care. As long as the seal is glued down really well, I'm gonna make sure that I keep, you know, this area super clean when I do my maintenance washes and try to keep dirt out of here from collecting water. And we'll see how it goes. In worst case scenario, I'll pull it out and I'll do it again. But I think that it's gonna work pretty well. And I even, you know, this has been repainted. We repainted this channel area and fixed all the rust that was in here. So even if some water does get down in here, I think it'll be fine until the car can be garaged every day. I will say this is the only stuff to use, in my opinion. You can get it in black or in kind of that yellow color. The factory one I think is yellow, but you don't really see it. One thing that I'm doing to try and make sure that I get the adhesive where I want it, but I don't see it, is doing a tape line. So I've taped so that the tape is just rolling up about 1/8 of an inch from the bottom, allowing adhesive to go up the walls a little bit. And then I'm test fitting my seal in here and pushing it down just as much as I think it would go down after I clamp it to let it cure, and then drawing a line. And then I'm also kind of just using a popsicle stick and seeing how far below that I'm going. But the idea is, you know, I'll paste the adhesive in, put it on the seal so that it's on both surfaces, let it get nearly tacky, and then create the bond and seat the seal. And then I'll peel the tape and clamp it, and hopefully it'll be a perfect bond, or a very good bond at least, but there won't be any adhesive showing on the outside here. So, and on this side, I've taped the inside a little bit. I'm gonna do that on this left side as well, but I don't think I really plan to do it on the back here because the seal covers it all the way. It's probably not even necessary on the insides, but just something to consider. Got these little brushes here that I'm gonna use. And then I got some wooden dowels. I think I got 5/8 dowels that fit pretty well in here. They're 4 feet long, but I'll cut them into different shapes. I considered using something like this pipe. I know some people have used a certain size garden hose from just the hardware store, even like a piece of rubber. It really, I don't think matters a ton as long as it spreads the weight out a little bit so that you can clamp it. This clamp, you know, is just gonna put enough pressure to really keep it bonded. I don't think you need to clamp it incredibly hard, but ultimately the goal is just to make sure that I don't have a trunk that's getting molded like this one. My trunk's been really neglected over the years. Previous owner let this car sit out and get leaves all over it and let the trunk seal kind of allow water to creep in. So hoping after I do the trunk seal, replace the taillight seals, antenna seal, that I can clean the trunk up and actually have a trunk that isn't moldy and I feel like I could put things in without them getting disgusting. But anyway, that's the plan and we'll see how it goes.
So we just went to the hardware store, got 5/8 wooden dowel, just round wood. And we're just setting it in this channel, and then we're gonna give it a good clamp. Just a couple of small clamps, testing it a couple of different ways to clamp this down. And I think this will be a decent method here.
It's supposed to be really thin. That's probably even too thick, how much I've got going on there.
Smells similar to PVC glue, doesn't it?
Yeah, not as strong, but kind of.
It's that kind of like you breathe in and your lungs start to collapse kind of feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's already starting to tack off. You see that? It's like peeling up. This is very, very aggressive stuff.
Yeah, you might need to start applying it to the...
Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do is start applying it to the seal. We gotta get this on both sides as quick as possible here. It's starting to tack off very, very quick.
Dude, it's already ready. We gotta put it down.
It's already ready.
Okay, can you hold that corner? Just don't let it fall. Oh shoot, tape. No, he's good.
He's been great.
Yeah.
Oh, you're nice and clean.
And cute.
It's looking good.
Looking good.
Upside down.
Outside.
Oh shoot.
It's bridging.
Crap, I need you to hold that.
Outside.
Okay, Bubba's out. What did you do? Yeah, you're going home too. Home, did you hear?
Is this gonna work?
I think it's already very sticky. It's actually really sticky.
Just breathe.
The very thing I didn't want to happen just happened. It's kind of a bummer.
Now connected to Ian's iPhone.
It's very sticky, actually. Hey, Connor.
This is just not how I planned.
I should stop filming and do more helping, but I just want to film it.
No, no. Nope. 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 Nice ears. Mouth and a nose. Okay, we're gonna go pull
One
down.
last part. That's good. This part's just gonna have to kind of sit like that and be fine.
we're at it again after a little break here. And all we're doing is doing a couple feet at a time and then clamping it down. So started here, just went to about the middle, and then we just filled the channel, pasted it with the brush, pasted the back of this, and just set it in, put some clamps on it. It's really not too bad, just taking it in stride. So just gonna work our way around and call it good.
So we've just tucked the adhesive up under there, made sure we've gotten it.
The backside, and just stick it in, just
You
like
have to
this.
go fast with this stuff.
Yeah, you want to get it while it's fairly wet. Once it tacks off too much, it stops having like a really tape-like adhesive when you put them together. So
Let's see, where's everything?
and then we're just gonna put some dowel in there, clamp it down, put a little squeeze-it clamp,
Doesn't need much, just enough to kind of.
just enough to hold it down. And we're putting the end of the dowel at the end of where we stopped, and then we'll pick up the seal and we'll go from that point on. So that's all we're doing. Pounding this out. So this is the key to the masking. When we mask, you can keep it completely clean of any of the adhesive. So you just pull it, you can make a huge mess pasting it in there. And then when you're done, you're just masking it away, and none of the adhesive gets on the paint. So if you're really particular, just take your time. This is a good way to go. All right, now just let it sit overnight probably, and what did it say, full cures in 24 hours?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. It's got its main cure in an hour, and full cure in 24.
There we go.
So we're gonna keep it clamped.
So don't overthink it, just be careful and you'll be fine. That's basically what we got. It's not crazy difficult. This has been glued for a couple hours now, and it is in there. It's not going anywhere.
Get lots of clamps if you have access, because that's helpful.
Clamp it up. But other than that, it is smooth all the way around. Nice and tucked in. Very nice. So we've pulled all the clamps off. It is very well secured in there. You can see it's nice and clean. Only had a little bit of the adhesive get loose on us, but that's it. It's ready to go back into service. We're gonna put the trunk back on, and should be ready to roll and not have any leaks.